Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 96, recorded in Anderson's tremendous event centre.
I know I'm going to be shouting, man. I just know I am.
Hey! Sure, look, a bit of distortion is not the end of the world.
No, I'm not worried about distortion. I'm worried about neighbours.
Fucked it. Are we recording yet?
Will you take it easy, will you? Yeah, we're recording.
Great. No, don't be worrying about the neighbours at all. Do you want to know why?
Go on.
Sure, they do have discos here the whole time.
Yeah, but they have discos at 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Not when people are doing Dolly Parton's next door.
They
9
do
to 5.
have all-day jobs.
No, they...
Oh, they do, yeah, all-day jobs.
So they'll be used to... But they're not used to two fecking each like us roaring and shouting. I guarantee you this is going to be way worse. Do you know what makes me nervous about doing this, what we're doing right now? Is that people will be listening to actually what we're saying. Because you know when we record it, you don't know people are listening. You know what I mean? It's just the two of us in a box room.
Do you know what the funny thing is? We've not once mentioned why we're talking about this.
Okay, well tell the people then quick.
You tell the people.
We are socially distant
COVID.
recording. COVID.
COVID. Level 5.
It's January.
COVID.
Right? We all had a great Christmas, so we did. Right? We enjoyed ourselves. We visited neighbours. We did all that.
No, we didn't.
And now there's 10,000 fucking cases in the country.
Some people visited neighbours.
Some people did. And visited neighbours. Look, it's like the Freddie Mercury thing, Ray. Someone visited their neighbour. And now there's 10,000 cases in the country.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what me and Ray are doing is we are not recording in the box room. Now, we got fair bored of the whole Zoom thing that we used to be doing.
I hated Zoom.
Yeah, Ray hated Zoom. I didn't mind it as much now.
Because you were sitting in your box room like normal. I was above in the... See, I do everything now in my bedroom.
Yeah, see you. Yeah,
I
that's
sleep,
the thing.
work, podcast, do the gym. I go to the cinema.
What else do you do in your bedroom, Ray?
And I'm just after aware there now. There was a bit of a stomach noise there and you were laughing over it. There's no way we'll cut that out.
Well, people are hearing what Ray's stomach is actually like. That's what most of the editing is. Anyway, let's get back to it for a second. So what me and Ray are doing is we are recording
Can we tell them?
Yeah, let's tell them. We're recording in the smoking area of Anderson's because it's outdoors and Ray is about 4 meters away from me.
I'm about 12.
Yeah, so
I'm flat out 12 metres away. You're one side of the smoking area and I'm the other.
So here's what's happening, lads. We have to have headphones on because we wear headphones anyway. But even more so now because I'd have to shout across the room at Ray, which is making me very nervous that all the neighbours around Anderson's can hear what we're saying. And I don't mind when you can hear what we're saying at home because you're not in the box room with us. But this is making me nervous.
I can hear you. You're actually nervous.
I'm super nervous. I don't know if I'm shouting now because I have my headphones on.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's just get animated there now.
Way!
It's like training you to get animated again.
I know. But look, I mean, this is what we have to do now, Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be doing this in Anderson's every week or not.
I haven't really thought past this week.
I think it's just good to get out and about. We thought, let's do it out and about for the
We're
crack.
on location.
Now, having said that, I mean, 10,000 cases in the country, 15,000 cases, 20,000 cases, and also it's about -6 degrees, I think, leading up towards. Oh, yeah. Jesus, man, it's toasty.
But in fairness, fair play to Connie, long-time listener, big
yes.
fan, who facilitated this event today. She was kind enough to put on the heater.
Yes, she was, and it's actually not too bad now.
Oh, it is toasted.
That's to toast it up a little bit. Chestnuts roasting job. Me chestnuts are roasted out of it, Ray.
This is very funny.
Anyway, Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy New Year.
I mean, Ray, it's like, it's the reality now of it. It's New Year, the holidays are over, and we're back into it.
Can I talk to you a bit about that transition?
Yes.
Oh.
It was shite.
It's hard. It's so hard. And I think what's worse is, the Christmas decorations just still be up. They're like a constant reminder that you had crack and now it's over. So the Christmas decorations came down last night.
Yeah, we did the exact same thing.
Did
you know that? Yeah.
Apparently it's bad luck though, take them down before the 6th.
Why? Because the young one's Christmas.
What?
You're not supposed to take it down before young one's Christmas.
I thought it was small Christmas.
No, young one's ladies' Christmas. It's on the 6th of January.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, young one's Christmas is called, man.
Never heard that
many,
before.
many years ago. Look, listen to me.
Okay.
Jesus died on the cross, right?
Many, many years.
Right? And he said, on the day that I was born, the 25th of December, about 2 weeks afterwards, I want you to remember the young ones.
Because it's been an awful state, is it?
Yeah, he just said, lads,
someone remember the young ones.
I'm dead, but will someone please think about the young ones, please? So that's why it's on the 6th of January.
Right. Okay. And it's not small Christmas or little Christmas as they call it.
Young one's Christmas, but we're going way off topic.
Let's pull it back.
So I took mine down yesterday as well. Does that mean like that my house is going to burn down or something?
No, I think it's just old woman's tale.
Because, that's the thing.
Yeah.
All these fucking tales of it's bad luck. In Donegal, you can't put your shoes up on the table.
What?
Don't you dare let a black cat follow you. You can't put your shoes up on the table in Donegal, man.
It's bad luck.
Oh, they'd lose the head. You can't open an umbrella indoors.
Right.
You can't. Don't let a black cat cross you.
Okay.
And that's bad luck, even if you don't even want it to happen.
I have another one for you.
Go on.
Do you know New Year's Eve just went by there?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever hear the tradition where you're supposed to get up and open the door to let the old year out and the new year in?
What?
Yeah.
And what does the old year look like?
I don't know. You can't see it. It must be invisible.
He's fair. I'd say he's fair fucking ragged. And then 21 comes in the brand new suit and everything.
But I'd say 2021 or 2020. I'd say 2020 leaves the house looking fairly main.
Oh, man.
In the way it was for the year.
But that probably happens then to 21 as the year goes on, though. To every brand new year. Because did you ever notice that when we ring in the new year, right? No one ever looks back fondly. So when you watch all those New Year's Eve shows, and I watch them with what you call Bucky Boo there on the BBC.
Jules Holland.
Jules Holland, right?
Yeah.
It's all, and I know this year was a particular one, but it's always about like out with the old now, forget about what just happened, and in with the new. But that happens every year. So like,
except for 1 year.
When?
1990.
Why?
Because Italian 90.
Okay, so you think Italian 90 got us through the whole year?
I think people were on New Year's Eve 1990. Everybody's going shite. I'm raging that year's over. Oh, that was such a good year.
But like, aren't we such pessimists that we always go, oh, thank God that's done now, I can restart again.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me on to my next point, Ray.
Go.
The New Year's resolutions.
Oh, as they call them now, it's better to have intentions rather than resolutions.
Oh, right, okay. Is it offensive to say resolutions or something, is it?
No, it's not offensive.
How dare you?
Not everything has to be, do you know?
But, so, have you made any, no?
Well, no, not really.
What do you think the biggest ones are, though?
Lose weight.
Yeah, lose weight is a huge one.
Yeah.
That's actually the number one.
Is it?
That's the number one New Year's resolution in the world.
Because I did notice that a lot more meal plans and diets, and everybody was on about new me, new year, new me.
Do you know who are the only people in the world that actually do look forward to the turn of the year and don't say looking back, whatever, brand new, whatever? PTs. Because in January, man,
flat out,
they're on the Instagram with the hands out. How's it going, folks?
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know we're doing the dry January challenge. They love that time. But that is number one. Exercise more, it actually is, and lose weight are number 1 and 2.
It's amazing how much you hate yourself in the first week in January. Do you know?
Yeah,
like,
but
no other week of the year do you look at yourself going, my God, I'm a mess.
Yeah, so Darroch, right,
Yeah.
who has been home for Christmas, like when he goes to Dublin, it's very funny. When he goes to Dublin, he won't bring his PlayStation up or nothing that distracts him. So when he goes to teaching and then he exercises every night.
Yeah.
And he looks unbelievable, and he ends up coming out like Brad Adolf Hitler, right? Now, German version of Brad Pitt. Now, when he goes home, man, he said he reckons he could gain 2-3 stone like in the week he's at home at Christmas. Like.
Yeah.
Just 8. He said.
Did you say 2 or 3 stone?
Yeah.
My God.
He reckons he could just balloon, just eating sweets and shite and fucking.
It roses.
Yeah, because there's 500 roses tins in the house,
Oh.
like, and you think I'm only having 1 or 2, but man, that'd be ticking over like a mouse's Kendy the whole time.
I had so many roses over the Christmas.
I know, but do you think I gained weight over the Christmas? Look,
I definitely, I put on a half stone.
Did you?
I did.
Did I?
I can't really see you under all the layers you're wearing.
Good answer, man. Because if you said I did, man, I would have boxed ahead of you.
Yeah, I think last year was the year of calling you fat.
Out with the old.
I think it's time now to lay off Kendy.
That's it with the new. What else do you think are the big New Year's resolutions, Ray? What do you think number 3 is? So exercise more and lose weight, which I think is the same thing
They're
anyway.
pretty much, well, yeah, you could stop eating and you don't have to exercise at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's
you
very
lose
true.
weight.
You could just stop eating.
Do you know, not like a good flu to get you down. And there's a lot of that going round.
Yeah, a lot of flu going around this year. As my mother actually says, like, she couldn't have spoken through a word her whole life when she continuously said to me, that's going around.
Yeah.
Because COVID is literally going around.
I have something for you.
Go on.
It's something now in the news headlines last night. Tony's Hoolihan.
Oh, yeah,
who
he was
we all
out
know.
again.
Yeah, he was out again. And
The Godfather.
The Godfather of all that is disease. He says, at this point now, if you have any sort of cold or flu symptoms, you pretty much might as well just make
It's
peace with
COVID.
it. It's
Yeah,
COVID.
It's COVID. You're dead.
Don't even get a test. Just go get yourself into a bedroom and
Yeah.
stay there for 14
Yeah.
days.
No, he said, forget about it. You're gone. You're dead. We forgot about you as well.
Hold on a second now. Just more
Oh,
interruptions.
look at this. Sensei's in, lads. Sensei,
No.
come over here. You're after interrupting us, man.
Who told him we were here?
2 meters now.
What the hell? He's giving out flyers.
Ah,
Pictures.
Really? What's he giving
Pictures
out
of
here?
me. What
look
kind
at
of a weirdo?
Did you ever get handed a photo of yourself randomly?
What's going on? Yeah, we don't. First of all, how did you know we were here?
I told
Oh,
him.
you told him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he was in town. Now, the one thing Brendan says to me more than anything in this world is, I'm in town. Do you
Yeah.
ever go out of town, no? He says way too much. He goes out to town.
Do you know what he's giving me a picture of?
Go on.
Brendan Tierney just handed me a picture of one of the nights before Christmas where I had little or no money left after all the present buying. And I had raided Sean O'Reilly's piggy bank, which he keeps in his room.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a kind of a River Rock 2-litre bottle, which he keeps full of change, and it's always full of change.
Yeah.
So I'd taken €17.50, which is all that was left, because obviously Riley had raided it as well. And I brought €17.50 down, so I would get a starter, substantial meal.
Oh, yeah.
And I could afford 2 pints of Guinness, and that would be the end of my night.
And where did you go?
I went to Nanderson's.
Which
of course, is where we are here now.
Yes, you did, buddy.
Yeah, tremendous event centre.
Yes.
And he has given me a photo which he took of me with the change in front of me, looking at my night as it would have transpired.
Isn't that a horrible realisation, though, when that happens? And we never think that happens to us as adults. I used to look at adults when I was a kid, like, counting change.
Yeah.
And I used to say, what a naive little bitch I was, right? I used to say, that'll never be me. I'll never be counting change to see what's going on.
Yeah,
Lads,
no.
I can't count change now because there isn't even any change left. That's as bad as it's gone now.
Do you want to pause it there for a second and we can talk to him?
No. I want to ask you one thing as well, and now I'm after forgetting what the fuck it was. Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, sorry. I know what it is now. Do you hold more graw and value towards an actual physical photo? Is that why you gave these to us?
Well, there's a thing you can get them free, 50p prints every month.
Right.
So
Online.
often I go into my phone and I'll find nice phones and I go, do you know someone like that, and I'll print out family ones and then I'll print out
Okay.
that you just maybe have a little.
So what Brendan does, lads, at home, just in case you're wondering, is he goes through his phone every night looking for pictures of Kendy. And this is what he said now. I know you can't hear him. And then he prints them off and he uses them first. This one's a bit sticky, but he uses them first and then he gives them to me then afterwards. Also with a lock of my hair. Brendan, thank you so much for these pictures. Thank you so much for these pictures, man. That's it. Hey, Happy
Very
New
good.
Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Huh?
Hold on, don't pause me. Talk to the man.
Yeah, we're talking for like 2 seconds. Okay, so Brendan Tierney has just left us, lads. Can I just say, Brendan is the biggest Brendan Shop Local Tierney gentleman in the world.
He
Like,
is,
You
yes.
have to shop local. He just told us where he got these things printed, and it was on the internet, like an Amazon.
Not in our local printing shop.
Isn't he some hypocrite?
Oh, geez,
Huh?
that's ridiculous.
Isn't he some hypocrite?
That's some way to
boy?
start the new year.
Honest to God, man, what a vicious. Thanks, Brendan, for the photos. Anyway, Ray, we were on about, I think, resolutions or whatever, right?
We were, but I was going somewhere.
Oh, you remember where you were? Thank the Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I was going somewhere.
Go on.
So, the Godfather disease, Tony's Houlihan.
Yes.
He came out last night and he said that from now on, if you've got any dose of flu or any old cold symptoms at all, you've got the COVID.
Yes.
So take yourself off there to a bedroom or a shed or an outhouse and isolate for 14 days and don't see anyone or go near anyone and just stay alive. The funny thing about this is, and this is where my head went, he said basically that the only virus floating around at the minute is COVID-19.
There's no other flu.
That there's no other viruses.
Nothing.
Now, that made me think then about, remember in school you'd get the vomiting bug in
Yes.
class?
Yes, you would.
And sure, it'd tear through the class.
Or lice.
Or lice. Exactly.
yeah.
Lice, the vomiting bug, or the common cold.
Yes.
What I want to know now is, because of all this lockdowns and everything else, are they now extinct?
Yeah, well, what's funny you say that, Ray, and pretend I'm a stupid idiot, right? Pretend I'm a 6-year-old
It's
child.
not hard to pretend.
Pretend Kendy is a stupid idiot.
Yeah.
So he said, because you all stayed inside, lads,
Yeah.
there's no flu this year. There's no normal flu.
Yeah.
But also because you all didn't stay inside, there's COVID.
Yeah.
So how does that make any sense?
I don't know. I just really want to know, is the vomiting bug something that might be gone from Ireland, like the snakes that St. Patrick banished?
Yeah, do you reckon that Saint Tony Houlihan
Saint-
banished
The vomiting bug and the lice.
the vomiting bug and lice?
And the cold and the flu. That should be gone too.
I was aware that Benlin would be gone way out of fucking business, man.
That's what I was thinking. No one's going to get a normal tickly cough anymore.
Nothing. No, you won't, man. Or a chesty one.
Yeah.
Or a phlegmy one.
And Fat 7-Up is going to be out the window as well.
Oh, man, I tell
Why
you
would
what.
you need it anymore now?
Tony, I hope you're happy, man. You're tearing our economy to the ground.
Yeah, sorry now. We were talking about New Year's
We're talking about
resolutions
resolutions,
/
right.
intentions. You said exercise and losing the weight would be number 1 and 2.
Yeah, so
What's 3?
what do you think number 3 is now, Ray?
Oh.
What other resolutions do you think there would be? What do people say in January?
Oh, if you're single,
Oh, get
meet
a
someone
pure.
nicer than yourself. As Sharon Cawley's granny used to say.
Meet someone nicer
Yeah,
than
Sharon
yourself.
Cawley's granny used to say to her, did you meet anyone last night nicer than yourself?
Oh, that's a great way of putting it, isn't it?
It's kind of what you want in a
Yeah,
partner,
you
isn't
want-
it?
yeah, it's
someone who
someone-
you can honestly say, no, they're a better person than me.
Yes.
Very lucky to have them.
And thank God we both have that, Ray. Fair play to us.
Thank
But that
God
is
about
not on the list. Finding a bureau is not on the list.
Find a yours on the list.
Number
Right.
3 is so, like, broad, it doesn't even make any... It's get organised.
Oh, yeah.
Get organised for what, like?
Well, that's what I've been doing the last couple of days.
Getting organised for what?
Yeah, well, no, I got held up there after we forgot to open the door and let the air out. I lost 2 days to I lost 2 days to Vikings. You know the show? Are you familiar with Vikings?
Yeah, I didn't watch it though.
Yeah,
Filmed in Ireland.
They
wasn't
put 10 shows out on Amazon Prime.
Oh, the
And
ignorant.
Christ
they're
above,
good
I
for
lost
that.
Saturday and Sunday to it.
Did
Because
you?
it's so bad. I hate when they do that, when they put it all out at once. Because if you're big into a show, you just have to watch it.
Did you ever, Ray, get so into a show and watching it like in, episode after another, one episode after another,
Yeah.
that you slouch down so far in the couch that you're looking at it over your own belly? And then you realise, what the fuck kind of angle am I at? I better sit up again.
Right, and you were saying that you have not put on weight over the Christmas.
No, well, I mean, a belly's a belly. We all have a belly, like.
Oh, just bad now.
But
But
did you-
after Vikings, I got organised.
Okay.
I had to do a job in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, you went full January.
Oh, well,
there.
I couldn't help it because Sean's right. He wasn't up in the other room going full January.
He was gone full January.
Oh, he had 14 testers home from home base with different types of paint.
Different types of white, I guarantee you.
He went for a tasteful grey.
Why is there so many? You go up into home base and they say, well, we got the eggy clear one, we got the cream fresh, we got the what's the one we all use, Ray?
Magnolia.
Magnolia. Everyone
Yeah.
just goes, just give me the fucking Magnolia.
No, Sean went and got a nice grey, but he tore the room asunder. He was doing skirting boards and doors and he painted ceilings. And my room then was in a heap because there's mould on the roof.
Did
'Cause
he out January, Jen? Then you
he was
said,
beginning
fuck.
to big time me, so I said, "No, hold on now. This won't fly."
Okay.
So he took up the whole hallway with all his stuff. So
Right.
he moved everything out of his room into the hallway and left me with nowhere to move at all.
Sean has, I mean, I can't believe you're even saying that about him, Ray. I have to defend him.
Why?
He has the smallest little room in that. It's smaller than the box
It's
room.
deceptively small.
It's so fucking small, Ray.
It's not small at all. When you take all the stuff out of it, it's massive.
No, but there's no natural light or anything in the
But
fucking
that suits him. He likes the man cave experience. He's talking about putting some LEDs in the back of the bed.
Oh,
you know,
is-
on the headboard.
Oh, he wants to get big sexy. Tell him get a lava lamp.
He has a lava lamp.
Oh, Ray.
He's a lava lamp and now he wants LEDs.
Why would I not have known that Sean Riley has a lava lamp? Listen, a lava lamp is the biggest aphrodisiac in the world. If you turn on a lava lamp in a room where you're going for it,
Well, no, you can be very chilled out and relaxed and enjoying yourself.
I don't know, you could, well,
Do you know, a
enjoy
lava
yourself.
lamp would just, put everybody at ease. We have a lava lamp in the living room.
Yeah, you've had that lava lamp in your living room for all
It's-
the time I've known you.
Cost me an absolute fortune in bulbs.
Don't tell me you keep getting the same one fixed all the time.
Yeah.
They're about €12 on Argos, man. Are you serious? Ray, I know we haven't got onto this topic all year, really. Why are you such a set in your hoardery kind of way?
Hoardery?
Not hoardery, but you're like that lava lamp's been in the corner of that room, Jaxie.
But it's just a bulb. You would just replace the bulb. Why
Is
would you
it-
go buying a whole new lava lamp? That's not right for the environment.
If that was me, and I think a lot of people out there, if I saw a lava lamp broke, I'd go, I'm just going to get another one, or not get one at all.
And come here, when the bulb goes in your living room, do you go out and get an electrician and get him to rewire the living room?
Yeah, but I mean, the lava lamp's not the same as the old bulb
But
in
it
your
is,
room.
is a wee. You're right, the bulbs are hard got.
Ray, yeah, they are hard, God. It's not like you go down to the local shop and get them. Also, what makes it bubble? I want to
It's
know.
the heat from the bulb, which is why if you get a little 15-watt bulb, no bubbles happen.
So you can't use an LED bulb inside
no,
the
you
lava
can't
lamp?
use an LED. You have to get the
There
normal.
has to be a wee drop of heat off it.
Yeah, the 25-watt.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
anyway, we're so. What is wrong with us today? Listen, you got
Anyway,
organised.
I got organised. Towards the room, throw the whole bag of clothes. Mark,
Go on.
something's happened in the last few days.
What?
Right. For starters, when I also had to get the mould off the ceiling, so I had to start scrubbing ceiling and painting and all sorts of stuff. I have a lot to talk about. Right.
Okay, let's
I've kind of been looking forward to this now. I'm
Lovely.
glad we're recording.
Okay.
Okay. So there was mould in the ceiling, which in a lot of Irish houses, there's little corners of mould. You know, when it's the furthest, recesses of the house, that's where the mould goes to live, where all the damp air hits the warm air and all this jazz.
Big shout out to the builders there from the 70s and 80s. Thanks a million for that.
I needed to fix this because it was looking shit. As well, when I'd be doing video calls in the room, when I'd be looking at myself in the camera, I could see the mould in the corners. And I work for the Department of Government. I nearly said the actual department there. Feck it. I work for the Department of Housing. and I'll tell you, last thing you want is to be talking to architects and quantity surveyors and lads that'd be big into houses and them looking at your house.
Dirty mouldy old
and
house.
dirty mouldy house that you're living in.
the
Poverty.
dirty old mouldy, poverty-stricken old house.
Yeah. So I had to fix that for the new year. I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, new
you know,
year,
the guy
new
in the
house.
office with the dirty mouldy house.
Yeah. Come here, who was that fella I was talking to yesterday again? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember the dirty mouldy house?
That's what they were saying.
I
I was
know.
the talk of the office, virtually. But and to do this, then obviously I had to scrub the ceiling with the mould reducing spray, and then I had to paint it. So there's a lot of stuff involved in this.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing I had to do, I had to get myself into some sort of a kind of an outfit.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Do you know?
yeah. Oh, yes.
The kind of the doing the work.
Did you
outfit.
put on little dungaroos? Did
No,
you?
I didn't. I took out the oldest pair of tracksuit bottoms I had in the press.
Don't tell me it was the white O'Neills.
No, they're long gone.
Oh, fuck.
No. I had a pair of Nike, what they call fat man pants.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah, do you remember they were all the business in 2004?
Yeah. And not unlike an O'Neill, you know, except she tucked in at the bottom. But I'll tell you, I put them on and I was walking around for about a half an hour and I realised it was wrong.
Why?
I just felt wrong
Doing it.
walking around in the fat man pant. Because I've tucked into wearing a skinny pant
And
now.
I tell you what, man, there is a good reason for you wearing a skinny pant, man, because you're a skinny boy.
Herself got me a dose of skinny pants last year. And now, when I put on the fat man pant, I
Yeah.
can't wear it. I look
looks
silly.
It looks wrong, doesn't it?
It looks totally wrong.
Also, Ray, now listen, this is just between me and you. No one else is listening.
Right.
I did not realise in my life how much Bjors love male arse. Listen to me now. What I mean by that is that we love arse. Like, fellas love looking at arses. It turns out women love looking at fellas' arses too.
I don't have one, though.
Did you know that? Yeah, but I mean, you can accentuate it in such a way by wearing the kind of pants you're wearing right now.
Oh, yeah, I'd literally have to bend over in front of someone.
Which gives you a bit of something. Now, like I said, right, Kendy not the spring chicken he used to was.
He used to was.
He used to was. Kendy not the spring chicken he used to be.
Yeah,
But,
but
I mean, an arse goes a long way, which
Yeah.
is why I pull my tracksuit bottoms up
okay.
so that I can accentuate my own arse. Now, if any fella out there is listening and just heard what I just said, feck off, lads.
Don't be doing it.
No, as in feck off, don't be making fun of me for trying to make my arse look well.
Are you telling me you pull your tracksuit bottom up high like?
I put it up above my belly button.
You're
man,
going
sometimes.
high-waisted on them?
Yeah, because I want my arse to look tremendous.
That's what girls do.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Don't tell anyone I said
Do
that,
you
though.
actually, you go out of your way to make your bum look well?
Yeah, because I don't like having a saggy old arse. Like.
I go weeks without even tying the wee tie-in the top of the pant.
Yeah, but
do you
Ray,
know, it should be
look-
falling down on me.
Look at this now. Look at what you're looking at now, right? All this.
Yeah.
Remember what this used to look like? This used to be fresh, right?
Oh yeah, fresh young man.
My arse is all I have left. It's the only thing that might make a girl go, oh yeah.
Why would a girl want to go, oh yeah, you're getting married this year?
No, but I mean, it's only for my own self-esteem is all.
Oh, you just want to feel nice about yourself.
Sometimes a boy just needs to hear stuff like that, right?
Might delete later. That's cute.
So I try and make my arse look nice sometimes by wearing, look at the pants I have on me now, Ray.
Yeah, they're fitted.
Huh?
That's
They're
a fitted
well fit.
pant.
And also...
Stand up there and have a look at you.
I can't get the leads.
Oh,
or
there,
something.
never mind then.
Look
So.
at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's nice if you're into
So,
that sort of thing.
Look, lads, either make fun of me or try it. That's all I'd say to you.
Yeah.
Because Bjors do like arse, it turns out.
Well,
Who knew?
I put on the fat man pant with the oh god, and then it took my attention then to the wardrobe.
Right.
So I started putting on other bits of clothes that I had.
Oh.
To see that they still look weird on me.
Okay, what's annoying me about this, Ray, already, sorry, though. is
I
that-
was supposed to be painting. It was
No.
annoying me too.
Yeah, but you had 2 opportunities to do a montage. You had 2 montage opportunities. You could have done a montage of trying on all the clothes.
Feck.
That could have been done with the track Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah.
You wake up. And you could have done a montage of painting the roof. And it could have been, you gotta put one foot in
Shite.
front of...
Yeah.
And the thing about doing those montages is you get your work done in no time, sure. Montage are like 30 seconds.
I'd have everything done in 30 seconds.
I saw Rocky go from unfit to perfectly fit in about 30 seconds. It's so easy to do it.
All right, I didn't do a montage.
Okay,
But bad news for you.
go on.
A lot of very, very good Jack and Jones apparel have now left my room and found their way to the recycling bins.
That is not bad news, Ray. That's unbelievable
I
news.
tried on 6 or 7 different pairs of what would have been key stuff in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
And they weren't necessarily a skinny jean. They were a baggy jean-ish.
Yeah.
You
And-
know?
And now they were super baggy.
And
like-
now I put them on and I look stupid.
Yeah, and now we've actually got to the real core of what Ray's New Year's resolution was.
What was
It wasn't to get organised. It started out as to get organised, but Ray's New Year's resolution was to get rid of the Jack and Jones.
Well, the Jack and Jones left
Out
today.
with the Jones and in with the new.
In with the new. In with the fancy. Oh, I tell you, I couldn't believe how alien it looked on me bottom half.
Yeah.
It was just weird, and off it went, and a full bag of clothes gone out of the room.
And there's a thing about that as well, Ray, you see.
Yeah.
Because they say if you keep, they say now, as
They
my mother
say.
would say, they say, if you keep them clothes, you're only waiting to fit back into them.
That was another. I am actually worried now if I ever turn into that fat man
But you
again.
can't. You can't. You're not allowed now. You don't have clothes.
I had a serious issue once I dumped it all.
You'll have to do the bow-legged stroll down to Aegis again, Ray.
Yeah,
You'll
I
do
got
it
the
again.
bigger size.
Go on, and you'd be there with your tail between your legs, your
Yeah.
Mickey between your legs.
Yeah, I had the big problem then.
Go on.
I threw out all the clothes I didn't need anymore, and then I had nothing to go painting in.
What? Actually, yeah. Why were you so intent on? You were like, no, I can't be painting like dressed.
I just
in this
felt
stuff.
I couldn't paint. I couldn't put a bit of paint on until everything under the paint was organised.
That's called.
So I organised the wardrobe and the chest of drawers and the locker, and I dusted and I hoovered and everything.
That's procrastination, Ray.
Oh, totally. I spent a whole day putting off the painting because,
Yeah.
Mark, I have a confession.
You hate painting.
I've never painted before in my life. I'm 37 years young, and I never, besides painting an odd speaker, which doesn't matter to anyone, I have never painted anything, especially a ceiling.
A ceiling is the hardest thing to paint, though.
It is because it was horrible.
Yeah, and don't get cheap paint either for us. Waste of time.
Oh, I got the good paint, and then Sean O'Reilly tore into the paint and used half the can. So I didn't even think I'd have enough stuff left to do it.
And did you get to the end of it, though? Did you actually paint the whole ceiling?
I painted the ceiling today. So
And-
yesterday I spent throwing out the Jack and Jones, putting off the painting. Today then I tore into the mould and got the mould off the ceiling, and then I painted it, and Jesus, Mark, it was horrible.
Right.
I hate painting.
Yeah.
And I'm shit at it.
Had you a roller?
I had a roller,
Yeah.
but I'm so bad.
I heard from a painting gentleman who's a friend of mine. Yes, I know some manly men. He said that it's all in the brush and the roller. If you get a shite one, won't work.
Right, I bought a $7.99 one.
Not by me. You want to be up in the 14, 15, I'd say.
So you telling me that when I go home now it's going to look muck?
It would certainly would have been harder on you to pull it off, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, because it didn't roll very well. And that's, you think, what a roller does.
Yeah,
It's
but-
supposed to have good rollage.
Yeah, if there's no rollage on it, man.
There was no rollage.
She want to be WD-40'd out of it now.
But
She wants to nearly be rolling as you pick it up, like.
I'll tell you, Kendy, it was a disaster.
Right.
Yeah, but it's done.
It is done.
So I have the room painted, all cleared out. That's number 3 then so on your list.
Yeah.
I'm organised now.
So you started to get organised.
So I'm going back to the Department of Government tomorrow now, organised and with a clean roof.
Okay, that brings me on to my next point, is that I am not organised.
Oh.
And all I will say on that is...
You
is
have a
that-
Nicola though. Isn't she organised
Yeah,
for you?
like a Nicola, she doesn't have New Year's resolutions. She just has a Nicola. She's
Yeah, she just-
organised all the time now.
Yeah, she's always, like, I've been in your house and it's
Yeah.
the most organised house I've ever been in.
You think that's me that did that? Like,
No, that's
certainly
Nicola.
not.
That's
That is
Nicola.
Nicola that does that. She keeps it ticking over.
Yeah.
Now, I have not been organised, and by saying that, I mean we have got some new recruits on our Patreon. You will be getting a message from Kendy this week.
Oh.
And you will be sent out.
I'll be
your-
getting a message or someone else will.
No, the people out there will, not you, Ray.
Right,
Why would I be
okay.
texting you? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You'll be getting a message from me on the Patreon, and I will be sending you out some tremendous merchandise. So
marvellous.
stay with us.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ray.
And as well, if you'd like to sign up to the Patreon to get what's left of the tremendous merchandise, do that.
Yes.
And I was told to inform people. See, Laura signed up to the Patreon, and she noticed that it's not just a fiver; it's like $6.50 because there's VAT on top.
How dare they put the
Yeah,
VAT? The VAT
and
bastards.
the 10 plan, the €10 plan
Yeah.
per month is something like €12.
The fucking
And then
VAT.
the Americans end up paying $12.
Sure, but that's to say their money's not worth. That's like monopoly money now. Anyway, that's on top of it. Okay, that's on top of it all. So just keep that in mind if you are signing up now,
Yeah, but we got our first payment from it and we were delighted.
lads. We're making bank.
Yeah, that's why we've changed venue. We've bought Anderson's.
We bought Anderson's.
Yeah, that's what happened. We bought the venue with the first couple
One
of months.
month's Patreon is all it costs to buy Anderson's. That's the
Yeah.
current climate, lads. No one can open. It's easy. Go out and buy your local pub. All right.
What's number 4? Is there a 4 on the list?
I think an Instagram young one wrote this list. Like when you hear the next one, right? Explain to me what this means. Live life to the fullest.
Right.
That may as well say always never give up on your dreams.
No. In fairness, there's some truth in it.
Okay.
Do you know, and I certainly would, like, I should be getting up earlier in the morning. I sleep too much.
Okay, you think? Okay.
I'm not living my life to the fullest. I know I need 8 hours sleep a night.
Yeah, I woke up at 1:30 today, Ray.
Yeah, but you see, you only went to bed at 7:30, which
Yeah.
is what the hell is wrong with your sleeping
So
pattern?
I messaged Ray this morning at about 7:30, and I said, I'm just going to sleep now, Ray. So
Yeah.
I'll see you in Anderson's, whatever, in the afternoon. Like,
yeah.
and you must be going, what the
I
fuck?
couldn't get over it at all.
You're just awake and I'm going to sleep. But like I said this to you before, I never changed my sleeping pattern from the musician one.
No, you didn't.
Because I work best in those times.
And you're hopeful that it'll all come back and you won't be caught off guard.
Fingers across all you, man. I've been falling asleep at 8 o'clock in the morning for the last 10 months. But that sounds like a young one thing.
But you only slept, what, 7:30 to what, 1:30 is...
About that.
That's only 6-7 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
So you are living your best life.
Yeah, but I mean, like, am I or don't I? But so you think that's what that means? Is that
I
like,
think I should be getting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning.
and doing what? Like climbing?
Well, I should be going out for a 12k run.
Yeah, but is that living your life to the fullest though? That's what you think living your life to the fullest is?
I think it's certainly getting some of the way.
Like, to me, living your life to the fullest sounds like Kendy, literally sit in your room for 24 hours and play PlayStation. That's the
Not.
fullest my
Don't-
life could be.
But that's... What?
Yeah, because you're telling me that. Oh yeah, like
What
live
do
your
you
life to-
achieve?
Yeah, what do you achieve by going out for a 12k walk in the dirty mouldy cows?
I'm fitter.
Arad fit me. What about Fitcher?
You've just got, fit tums.
I'm very whatever.
How long do you spend the PlayStation today?
Oh, I haven't played PlayStation at all today, but I will be playing it later on. Like,
But how long would you do?
I might do 3 hours,
Jesus.
but that's my
Then
my
again,
time.
I suppose I could do 3 hours something else.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You see,
Won't tell you what
that's
it is
I'm
now,
saying.
but
But that's what I'm saying. What does live your life? And also, the next one on the list then goes against that one. Spend less money.
oh yeah.
How are you supposed to live your life to the fullest, lads, if you're not spending any money?
Well, 12k run doesn't cost you anything.
It costs you the boots, the shoes, the leg,
I suppose
the pants.
there is expenses
But
involved.
also, you're just... Why you keep telling me that 12k runs are...
All right, I know. It's
that's
what I
living
think I
your
should
life.
be at.
Yeah, but that's not living your life to the fullest, though. Living your life to the fullest, like, is getting out of it and cocaine, like in Mexico. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's what I... You know what I mean? It's like, just forget about everything and just go for it. And then,
Yeah.
But don't be spending any money, though, because you have to be careful and mind your future.
Well, living life to the fullest, getting back to me painting the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking to myself while I was doing it, you have to wonder about books like Michelangelo. You have to
What do you
wonder
mean?
about him. I was there rolling away and I was thinking, that lad painted the roof of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't ask him to go painting what he painted.
Also-
sure they wanted just a nice ceiling white, a matte finish, a nice white lad. Michelangelo, can you sort that out there? It's can all, and
Magnolia.
yeah, just any
Michael.
old colour at all be grand. And he went to town, but that was him living his best life.
Also, who did he get the scaffold off to go up to the roof?
That's a good question. I'd say he got one of them, the beep, beep.
Yeah, the cherry picker. I like to think of Michelangelo wearing the old clothes that your painters have, and an old FM radio beside him while he's doing it as well. Listening to Midwest, like. And next on the country hour is Mike Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going.
But that's my example now. I mean, and he's remembered. So I think if you do stuff like that,
Okay, so
you'd be remembered.
So you want to be remembered by people.
Oh, I don't know.
So what is it? What would you like to be remembered for?
It's not a mad question, though.
Yeah.
Like in 200 years, will anyone remember Mark Kendy?
Well, probably not. But the people who are closest to you, you would hope, would never forget.
They'll
I
be
think.
gone too.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go before them, I know we'll all be gone. In 200 years, I will not be remembered. No one will know man.
But
I'll be
that's
a
the
fart
thing.
in a hurricane.
But that's the thing. If you, as I said, lived your life to the fullest,
Mm-hmm.
you might achieve more.
But is that what you want, though? Because I've always said, Ray, and I'll say it again, there's a thing called the pursuit of happiness. I think it's actually the pursuit of contentment, and you just want to get by, probably.
Jeez, this is a real New Year's first episode
Isn't
in
it, though?
2021
But
episode, isn't it?
this is the stuff to be talked about, and the people out there can think about it too. What, when you die, do you want to be remembered for? When I die, Ray, and I will die before you because my lifestyle is going the wrong way, and yours is going the right way, so I will be dead before you're dead.
And
right?
I have a number of years on you.
Yeah, I know, but
That's a shock.
You'll have 20 years on me when I die, 100%. But
Right.
so when I die, I want Ray to just go up and say, like, I knew the real Kendy and he was fair, sound.
He was content.
I don't want you to say, do you remember the time you went to Africa for 3 years and saved the starving children? Like, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be remembered for that shit.
Right.
But I'd love you to go, I lost a good fella, like.
Yeah.
That was a decent boy in my life.
Yeah.
Doesn't that go a lot further? When you die...
I don't know, when you stock it up against the 3 years of all the good that you do abroad in Africa. Do you know, I'm standing there at the pulpit there now and I'm just talking about Kendy and there's obviously a church full of people and I'm kind of going, he was a fair sound fella. Like, he didn't do much. He was sound. He didn't upset anyone. He was good crack at a party. Do you know what else? What more can I say about him? Only that, he was nice.
It'd be a short eulogy. I'm not saying that.
But if he did go to Africa,
Yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah.
I'd like to big shout out to everybody down there from Zambia who made the trip over here to Ireland for the funeral.
Yeah, on a boat.
Fair play to them. Like, Inuku. God knows, Mark was a big difference in your life. You
Big
were nearly
fan of
gone.
yours, yeah.
You
He got you pregnant, didn't he?
You know-
down the back.
That's Nicola you're talking about there now.
No.
But no, what I'm saying is, if you did the 3 years in Africa, you'd have. Yeah, I suppose you'd have made the difference.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this world, Ray, that are of that opinion that you are.
You don't think there's any need,
And they have those ventures in their life. It's not me, though. You know what I mean?
right?
I'd love to die. That's the end of that one. So thank you for listening. No,
You'd love to die.
I would love to die like like in the moment that I'm in now, nearly.
Right.
And I say that because, like, I've said it before. I keep saying it. Anyway, there's nowhere better in the world than the west of Ireland, right? And there's nowhere better in the west of Ireland than Sligo town, right? So if I can die here knowing that boys around the town will go, your man was fair days, man. Do you remember time we saw him in Fiddlers? That's what I want.
That's all
what
you
I
want.
That's it. That's it, man. But so you obviously have bigger.
But the problem is, I suppose, those lads around town that says you're fair decent, right? Give another 10, 15 years, they'll be gone too. Right?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
So there'll be no one. It might be a young lad going, I know my old lad used to know a lad named Mark.
Yeah.
He was, I suppose this podcast may still be around.
I know, but then, so what value does that hold for me then? Because another thing I always say, right? If I die tomorrow, Ray, like, throw me in a bin. I don't, you know what I mean?
But hold on now. I need to target this now, right?
Okay.
This is getting good now.
Frame it up, okay?
We've never gone this direction in the podcast. What I'm trying to say to you, Kendy, is that if you do stuff that touches other people's lives,
I don't want to touch anyone. Sorry, go.
Don't touch anyone's life.
I'm not touching anyone.
But if you touch, as in if you change a person's life for the better, right? That person, they'll remember you. But that change will then, there'll be another change and another change, and there'll be a domino effect, and the world will literally have been a better place for Kendy being around. But all you want is just people to go, he wasn't bad. He was sound like.
So then, right? Now, I see your argument.
Okay.
Let me raise you a big sexy, okay?
Okay.
Do you think I make your life better by being in it?
Oh, definitely.
Well, then that's enough for me then.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean?
just a select few.
Like, what's the difference between me making a little African child happy and you happy?
I suppose. I'd be raging now if you tipped off to Africa now. I'd be pure sad. In fairness, you know,
Like,
there's hundreds out there benefiting from it, but
I know, but I'm
not bitter.
I have a lot of respect for those people. Like, but that's not. I couldn't do
and
that.
it's
shit,
not just going to Africa. Obviously, it's that in itself is an outdated thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's nurses in the world that I wouldn't do what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even nurses on a daily basis. Like if you're, you know, if you get up as a nurse of a morning, you're obviously going to touch people's lives.
Like, they have a different mindset than I have. I always think about that. Listen, call me sinister, but do nurses actually out there, because they don't make fuck all money, let's be, certainly in this country, but do they actually go out and say, I can't wait now to go and help a load of people?
I'd say that's a big driving factor in the job.
Really? People think like that?
Of course, this is where I'm looking at you going, what's wrong with you? You're just like, and the big thing today now is if I just stay in the house and play the PlayStation, I'm not going to upset anyone, and people are going to think I'm sound. If I die tonight, no one's going to be put out. Everybody will be happy. Kendy was a sound fella.
I don't know. But you know what? The one thing I do always think as well is that so I do hope that I die before the people who are closest in my lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you don't, if you outlive everybody, nobody will be around to say you were sound. And you'll regret then not having touched people's lives.
And here's another one for you as well, Ray. My head is going 90 now. I have a theory in my head that fellas, certainly when they become acclimatized to having young ones.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
Who then become old ones, and you become old ones together. I think that fellas who lose their missuses first, I think they struggle a lot more than the women who lose their fellas first. Because I think women are way stronger than men.
But I can honestly say, Kendy, if Nicola goes before you,
yeah, I'm fucked.
One of us is going to have to take you on as a project. Honestly, and I dread to think which one of us is draw the short straw there, because that's going to be you won't be able to wipe your own. I won't say what.
You're thinking about all the practical things, which is very true. Like, but I like that's all true. I would not be able to live without. But I mean, in terms of the fact that, like, I wouldn't even be able to just go on without having that someone there. I think if I died, touch wood now. I think Nicola,
I'd say you're sound.
I think Nicola would tick over like normal.
Oh, Nicola be in great for
she'd be better.
A couple of weeks bad old dose, you know. She might hit the drink. She might like, what's my purpose in life now? I don't have to mind Kendy.
I doubt it though. Yeah, no. She'd be searching for a new vocation.
She's a lot of free time in her hands, you know.
Going, Jesus, what the hell was I doing all this time?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my point on that.
I think we've talked that one to death.
Yeah, absolutely. You nearly talked me to death there.
Sorry now, yeah.
Anyway,
what was there? Is there any more on that list of things?
The rest of them are just like dog shit. Quit smoking fags. Everyone tries to quit smoking fags.
My father does
Spend
that
more time with your family and friends, which we kind of got onto a little bit there. Travel more. You can't.
That's kind of hard with the COVID.
Yeah, you can't even travel more or nothing. You can't see your friends or your family.
Okay.
And read more. I mean, I'm reading all the time now.
Are you reading all the time?
Yeah, audiobooks. I read a lot of audiobooks. I'm listening to Matthew McKendy. Do you know him?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, right?
Right.
He released a book called Green Lights.
Okay.
And he narrates it himself in the audiobook form. I can't be reading, man. I
So
haven't
hold
time.
on now. Matthew McConaughey probably did he actually write the book?
He wrote the book, yeah.
Oh, good. So it's not just him reading someone else's book.
No, it's him reading his own book about his family. His family are mental. His family were mental growing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't mind me saying no. I know he's a big listener of the show.
Oh yeah.
His
Big shout
old
out.
fella and his old lady got married and divorced 3 times. So
Jeez.
they were
Hold on now. To each other.
to each other. So they got married, got divorced, then got married again, then got divorced again, and then got married again.
That's mental.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
that's where he comes. So I'm listening to a lot of his stuff now. I haven't time to be reading. I'd be listening to a lot of stuff.
Now, can we just go back up a small bit there?
Go on.
You say you haven't time to be reading.
No, yeah, as in there's not enough space. I don't mean time. I've all the time in the world, but there's not enough space in my head for the stuff that I'm thinking about to be going. I'm going to sit down for an hour or two and read.
But how do you listen to the audiobooks?
I put in a headphone no more than anyone
And
else.
what
man.
do you be at then when you be listening to the audiobook?
Oh, because during the Christmas when I was a DPD driver for Mum and Dad there when they were buying everything for the house, I would be driving a lot like. and
Okay.
delivering.
So you listen to audiobooks when you're driving.
Oh yeah, a lot.
And do you have any time in the day where you be sitting there and you go, I'm going to read a couple of chapters here now?
Nope. Read.
Actually read.
Oh, man,
Which
what?
is the art of using your eyes to interpret
Yeah.
language.
I mean, Ray, it's not 1997 anymore, man. We don't need to be doing that no more.
But do you not feel that leaves you at a bit of a disadvantage though?
Oh yeah, but I was always at disadvantage even as I was disadvantaged.
since you were a young fella.
But in terms of the reading though, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend Tommy, right, who lived next door. Man, he was a bookworm and he was a tremendous reader.
Yeah.
Right? I used to be so annoyed when we'd get the latest Harry Potterist book, right?
Right.
And he'd be pottering about with it and he'd have it done in a day. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, that thing is 700 pages.
Yeah.
He'd just go, yeah, no, I read it.
Yeah.
And he would, I would be nowhere near it. Like,
But it
I
increases
think-
your
I thi-
vocabulary.
Yeah, I know, but I think I'm pretty low IQ, Ray.
You are not. You're a smart boy.
No, I don't think I'm mad smart. to be
I think
honest.
you're just low self-esteem by the sounds of it.
No, I mean, man, how would I have low self-esteem? I'm the most overconfident bastard.
But you're not. Okay. I'll give you my example now. At the minute, it's been brought to my attention that my vocabulary has gotten somewhat narrow in the last while.
I think most people's have, to be
Yeah,
honest. But okay.
I'm essentially using 2 words now, maybe 3, to describe things.
Ray, I nearly spat in the computer when you said I'm using 2 words. Fuck you. That's the 2 words I'm using.
No, it's marvelous.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's marvelous.
Marvellous.
Or tremendous.
Tremendous, man. What a word that is.
They're my 2 words at the minute.
Yeah.
And then that's very good.
Do you know what's another really good one?
What?
Wonderful.
Yeah, you like wonderful.
Oh, my God. What a wonderful television program this is.
Thank you for using it in a sentence so everybody at home could figure out how
Well-
that actually sounds.
Well, see, what I'm doing lately a lot, I don't know why, maybe it's because I'm losing my mind. I'm like really like going into what stuff. So if I say to Nicola, I don't say, you want to watch something on TV? I
Yeah.
would say, Nicola, how would you feel about watching a wonderful television program? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
too much, like, you don't need to say all that.
But could you imagine though if you were doing a bit of reading, and myself included, and if we were doing a bit of reading now, and all of a sudden we had other words to describe situations, wouldn't we be great people?
Well, I love those, they're called adjectives, you mean, is what you're
Is
on
that what they're
about.
called? I never know what a noun or a verb or an adjective is. Again, because I'm not reading enough.
Yeah. Well, an adjective, like, is a describing word, a wonderful piece of arse.
And
You know what I
why?
mean?
Why are you sitting there telling me that you've low IQ when you're telling me this information?
Ray, I know, but like we learned about adjectives when we were in school. Like
So did I,
you
but
know what I mean? No, but I don't think you need to go any further with your describing words. Tremendous and wonderful, and what was the other one?
marvellous.
Marvelous.
Do you think
They're-
it's enough?
They're tremendous words.
Laura's sick and tired of hearing them.
I tell her go ahead, fucking nature arse.
Like, in fairness, she'd be doing something really, really good. There to me, that's all I have.
Yes.
It's either very good, it's marvellous, or it's tremendous.
All right,
And she
okay.
you know,
Please give Ray more adjective words.
I need
to
more
describe
adjectives.
Stuff. Send them in. Send in the
because
adjectives.
I'm running into bother. I can't keep using the same 3.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get people.
But
send
I
them
need
in,
to
Ray,
start
don't worry.
reading. That's my thing on the list of 2021.
So you are gonna. What kind of stuff would you be into?
I don't know. I'm going to have to
Like, can you get into like fiction?
Oh, it's taken into fiction. But like yourself, it's actually setting aside an hour a day to read a book.
Yeah, I couldn't be arsed getting into fiction. I autobiographies and stuff like that.
Oh,
Memoirs.
yeah, I'd enjoy them.
That's all I don't want to read a book like about, like, okay, so this is about a wizard, but he's not a wizard. He turned into a ghost, but he falls in love like with your one that lived in the prairie, and like fuck off, like that's wallop. Like,
What about the history books? Would you read out
oh
history
yeah,
stuff?
I'd be into big sexy history books. I'd like that stuff. Like,
So why don't you buy
I
yourself
don't-
a wee history book down Neeson's?
I mean, I would. I'm listening to a podcast now. I can't remember. It's on Spotify. I'm listening to a history podcast now,
Okay.
and I'm listening to fascism in Italy. Is
Oh,
the latest one.
lovely.
But they do loads. They
Right.
do loads of
But
those. The
you're
history of
you're
war.
taking it like a syringe nearly. You're not reading it. You're taking it straight in the ear.
Yeah. It's injected in between my toes. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. Like, I
Right.
don't want to be arsing around. Like,
Right.
You may as well be a suppository, Ray. It's disgusting.
Audiobooks. The suppository of our time.
Audiobooks, the suppository of education.
Yeah.
So that's I'd be big into that too. Yeah.
Anything else in that list?
Anything that's factual. No, that's kind of the list that I had in front of me there.
Hold on now, and I get my old listing out there now. Give me 1 second.
Raise
Right.
little bits, lads. Here we
Raise
go.
little bits. Well, the only one I have left that I haven't discussed yet was to congratulate you on the lovely gig you did last night on the online.
Yeah, you fell asleep during it.
I did when I went to bed.
You dirty, ignorant pervert. Yeah.
But it was very, Mark did a little gig there on the McGlynn's Facebook page, and
Yes.
it was for it was
The
in-
IRA.
The what?
The IRA was for.
No,
Oh,
so
the RNLI. Sorry.
It was for the RNLI, and there was tremendous crack. Tremendous again. Give me some other word I can use there.
Magnificent.
There was magnificent crack. Thank you, Kendy.
No bother.
Oh, there was magnificent crack anyway on the old comments while you were doing the gig, and there was a lot of ABBA asked for.
Why was everyone asking for... See, I hate when people get on a train, and
Right.
if I say, sorry, I don't know any ABBA, they go, okay, we found his weakness now.
Everybody, well, including me, I went to town and started asking you for all the ABBA songs.
I've never been trolled. That was what they call trolling.
A good humour trolling.
Yeah, everyone was trolling me.
But I can't believe you didn't see I think it was the best comment of my 2021.
What did you say?
I basically likened the fact that you were obviously doing it for the RNLI. And I said, what about the ABBA song SOS?
Oh, that's a great comment. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
Well, there was 460 comments on that post.
There
like.
was not.
There was 460 comments on it.
Oh my God, how come I wasn't seeing half of them?
Well, they just go flying by, like, you
Yeah.
know. The Keaveneys were flat out commenting. Keith Reynolds was flat out just chatting to
being
everyone.
Keeve.
He was just chatting to everyone.
He's just glad of the company.
He was delighted for the company. Sure, Colin's been up here, isolating here, like, for the last 6 months.
I do
So-
imagine that our friend Keeve is down in Galway in an apartment. He does live with our friend Cahill, but Cahill is not there at the minute. So Keeve's on his own in the apartment. And I just imagine that man having party after party
On his own.
after party. Well, in my head, it's not on his own. It's like something from the Wolf of Wall Street or something. You know? It's tigers and young ones lying in beds and just him in a hape.
I have a very different idea of what he's doing in my head.
All right.
I think he's sleeping in Carl's bed and crying every night.
Smelling his sheets.
Smelling his dirty old sheets. He won't wash them.
You know full well Colin Byrne does not have dirty sheets.
Yeah, if there's any man that doesn't have dirty
He
sheets.
washes them daily.
Twice a day he washes
He gets out of the bed and puts them in the wash and then washes them again before he goes back
Yeah,
into bed.
That's the way Cahill is. Anyway, Ray, anything else or no?
Well, I'll tell you now, it's mighty to have had the access to Anderson's tremendous event centre
Yes.
for this recording. I do believe we've done it in a responsible, COVID-friendly way.
Yeah.
As in 12 metres apart and freezing the absolute Jesus of ourselves. I can't feel my legs.
I'll tell you one thing, lads. The COVID is actually frozen inside us now, so we couldn't even be giving it to each other. That's as bad as it's gone.
So we're going to keep at it weekly, but we'll probably end up being down here. I was told for the 100th episode, we're going to try and do it from the top of Knocknarea.
Who wants to hear us recording the top of Dr. Ray in the 100 episodes?
If people would like to send in suggestions of where we might do it
Yeah.
for the 100th episode, you know,
Yeah.
we might find a nice spot to do it.
Yeah, because we're creeping up on it. This is 97,
This
is
is
it?
96.
96. So 100 episode is coming quick, so send us in your ideas. And also patreon.com/the Kendy and Raybo podcast. Thank you for your support. It has thrown the shits up us to go and get this shit done every week. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you. We love you.
Aye, and it's lovely to be back in the beer garden.
Isn't it? Back in the
Isn't
beer garden again. Ray, do you know what we'll do now before we go? Because Connie's not even here yet. Let's go raid the bar.
Do you know what the worst thing is, though? We could.
Let's go raid the bar. Fuck this. Why
Let's have a couple of bottles and sit out here and throw on a bit of football. Any football on?
we're the way. Oh, we'll put out a wee bit of the
See,
football, man.
what we're doing is taking all the goodness now out of the fact that we're trying to socially distance. We're essentially running a she-bean in the middle of Sligo.
Forget about, come on. You can sit down one side of Anderson. It's massive inside in the place.
True, in fairness.
Let's get out of it, Ray. Come on. Fair play to me.
Fair play to me. Good luck.